Philadelphia, what's up? It's the boss, Ricky Wednesday. I'm here for one reason. I'm here to support my brother Meek Mill. I want y'all to understand that if it take Meek Mill to draw this attention, we're going to use Meek Mill to draw this attention, but it's going to speak for so many others.
Peace, family. As you can see, we here in downtown Philadelphia, outside the courthouse, man. You know, as you can see, a lot of the youth has come out, man, you know, to stand up for the unjust sentence of Meek Mill. I'm making a lot of video where I'm telling the family we have to start teaching the youth how to move politically. So now that we got the attention of the youth, and the youth is beginning to take a stand for somebody that they like, we have to come out now and teach the youth how to move politically. We have to teach them how to go into these polls and take over city government now. So it's incumbent upon us to get these young college kids, these young upstart college kids, all these young people, and teach them how to go in and take over these local governments. Go down into city council over here in City Hall and find out these seats that are vacant. So now we can start teaching these young people how not just to protest. See, because now after the protest and rally, you have to know how to move politically. And I know a lot of the elders have failed you and have not taught you how to move politically. So now it's our job, elders, to come and teach these young people. When you got hundreds of young people coming out now and signing petitions, and they're crying out for something to get done. Yeah, they have petitions. They're crying out for something to get done. Now it's up to us to teach these kids how to move politically and teach them the city-wide political structures. Show them City Hall. This is City Hall, downtown Philadelphia. Inside there, you have the city council, and you have a lot of vacant seats. You have a lot of kids coming out of Temple and coming out of these colleges that's looking to go into local politics. And now we have to start creating our own parties and getting petitions and getting groups where we go to vote these guys out, vote these judges, and vote some of these people out. So you elders, if you say you love the youth, start teaching the youth how they're supposed to protest. So this won't happen, because there's hundreds of black and Latino boys every day that get sentenced in that courthouse that don't have a Jay-Z to speak for them. They don't have the governor to speak for them. They just in unjust sentences. And we know this as elders. We know this. So it's our job now to begin to teach these young people. See, these young people, they wasn't home. They came out in droves. They letting you know that they're not just stupid. They're not just drug dealers and doing ratchet shit. They see what's going on. So now we have to come out now to begin to teach them, man. So all of you know that subscribe to my channel, George Macon, y'all know that all my videos is predicated on the youth, because the youth is everything. The youth is our tomorrow. So if we're not teaching them, then it's shame on us as elders. We don't have a right to tell them nothing if we're not going to properly teach them. So we got to understand how this thing is working, man. You got City Hall right here, you know, where they make a lot of city government, and then you got the courthouse right here where they locking our boys up, man, wholesale. They warehousing our youth, man. So a lot of you elders that like to throw our youths away, because, see, I'm going to tell you something about a lot of you elders. A lot of you elders don't like our youth because our youth is a reflection of your failures. See, y'all like to forget about the 80s. When we was running the street. Y'all like to forget about the 90s. Show these young people. See, these young people, they wasn't born yet. They was born into the shit that we was doing. So they copy and emulate everything that we do. But instead of us teaching them, we throw them away. So you hear a lot of people saying, oh, he got what he deserved. How he got what he deserved? What type of, when do you ever see any other ethnic groups? When do you see other ethnic groups come out? When Little Billy does something, no groups of whites ever come out and say he got what he deserves. They come out in droves to get legislation changed so Little Billy won't get trapped in the system again. We the only culturally ignorant people that do that to our own people. And we gotta stop this shit. We gotta stop. We gotta stop this world star bullshit and understand that we at war. We at war. And they are destroying us as a people, man. So for those that's going to see this video, man, I'm telling the youth, man, it's okay to protest, but now we got tomorrow. What we going to do after the protest? What we going to do after the protest? So like I said, I don't want to be before you long. Remember, I love my people. I love my people more than I hate them, more than they hate themselves, man. I pray to the universal creator, the Most High, that these words be enough to inspire you. These words be enough. These words be enough to make you want to look at yourself in the mirror and make change. These words be enough to make you look at your children and know you have to make change, man. Remember, I love you. Till the next time, peace.
Yeah, this is what it's all about, family. This is what it's all about. And the youth is putting us to shame, man. It's putting us to shame. They came out in droves to support one of their people that, you know, is in the entertainment business, but still yet is a reflection of the injustice that you see within the criminal justice system. George Lincoln touched upon it earlier. We're live here out in City Hall. You know, they came out in droves to support Meek Mill's, man. But it's just a reflection of the overall criminal justice system and how we are being systematically incarcerated. This has been going on for some time now, and you know, they really putting us to shame out here. You know, they came out, it was over hundreds of people out here doing their thing, so you know, shout out to the youth. Because the youth is the future, they got that inspirational spirit that they're gonna come out and they show their emotional support for Meek Mill, so that's a good thing, man.
See, you might know everybody that played for the Sixers, but you don't know none of the city council that affect your life on local government. Now, if I can't teach you that, then that's my fault. See, because if you guys gonna be out here protesting Meek Mill, y'all got a lot of homies in the city that get unjust sentences. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might have been up on it. So y'all gotta understand politically how it works. Y'all gotta come out now in droves and vote that judge off the bench. You understand what I'm saying? But it's gonna have to come from you guys. All you guys, man. Yeah. I'm gonna teach y'all, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna give you my information, and I want you guys to, man, to start getting on this stuff, man, because they're conditioning you not to be anti-government, but then the government is warehousing y'all. So my thing is, if I didn't love you, I wouldn't tell you this. See, and the reason why I tell you this is because of guys like me. I did the time. Before y'all was born. Y'all was born into this shit. Y'all emulate everything that I did. So all the stuff y'all talk about in the rap songs, that was my shit. You know what I'm saying? So if I could tell you about the coke shit and give you a package, I can give you life. I can give you something to save your life, man. I got a son doing 11 and a half to 22 years. So when I see this young guy, he get a 2 to 4 sentence on the tail end of a 10-year probation. That shit is illegal, dog. But guess what? It was a black judge that did it. See, because we're culturally ignorant, we don't understand that. Because my generation was culturally ignorant, you guys are culturally ignorant. So my job is to come teach y'all, man. My name's George Macon, man.
Well, and also, I think this sets a precedent.
Right.
This is very important, I think, because if what we're saying is taking place very frequently, right, and as you termed it, miscarriage of justice, right, it's easy to get caught up in the idea that, like, yo, my boy got busted for the same thing. Why y'all care so much about Meek? Or why y'all care, you know, my son went through the same thing. That's just the way the system is. And I think one of the few key components in this is that's not just the way the system is. Matter of fact, the system is what we make the system because we appoint the people that appoint the people, right? So we have a way to hold people accountable. That's something that we can change. Right? It also sets a precedent because if we're able to get Meek Mill's thing corrected, how many hundreds of other people can now get their things corrected because they were mistreated by a judge or by a system or something like that. So I think you got to make that real for people. Because while Meek Mill is Meek Mill, and we know that it's foul what's happening. By setting this precedent, it helps a lot of other people, correct?
Yeah.
You look at it from the perspective. A man, yes, maybe he does. He definitely deserves to be held accountable for whatever he does. But we got to look, the punishment has to fit the crime. If somebody does a wheelie and it's a violation, okay, you might have to sit in your house for a couple of weeks. You might have to do some community, but you don't take 2 to 4 years from a man's life, which ultimately takes his life away from him, because this is the breadwinner of this man's family. This is how they create the cycle. Yep. You understand what I'm saying? So now his child got to figure something out because he's not there to take care of it.
And now he has a story about when his dad was locked up, and it just keeps going on.
It's just,
and it becomes normal.
And we normalize abnormality.
We're not just talking about Meek Mill. We're talking about the hundreds of thousands, even I don't know how many millions that are impacted by the system, right? And we're also talking about, you know, you all mentioned Colin Kaepernick. Shout out to Colin, who continues to support the work of Justice League. He took a knee, and people are trying to associate it with Veterans Day and a flag. It's not about the flag. It's about the fact that there's so much injustice, right? So it's not justice for all.
It's actually about the fact that the flag and us as a society aren't living up to what
it's supposed to be.
Supposed to be. That's what the kneeling was really about.
And also, too, because he was talking about a community that's impacted by police brutality and incarceration. And so it all is tied together.
It's not about football. It wasn't about the military.
And it's not about me.
Look, at the end of the day, how many people does the judge see? Right, the relationship was with the probation officer. They do the social history, they do the checkups, they go and see if people are like meeting their probation terms. And the probation officer said he does not belong in in jail, like against the probation officer's recommendation.
That's not even the job of a judge. Now
Right.
you're not even doing your job.
Right.
Your job is to execute.
So now you're overriding the decision of an assistant district attorney and a probation officer. You are overriding that because now you have a personal vendetta against this person. This happens every single day. Yeah, it's about making sure that people receive opportunities. If you're talking about rehabilitation, you're rehabilitating. You're not constantly sending them to prison for a violation that is not necessarily relevant in the court system. So in one county you could do restorative justice and system accountability and reform, and the next county people are being penalized. They're being dehumanized. I mean, I saw it myself firsthand. It's the reason why I got out the system, so I could work on it from the outside looking in. But at the same token, we have to also understand that it's going to take all of us. It's not just going to be people who are elected officials. It's going to take folks that are impacted by the issue. It's going to take community organizers. It's going to take artists. It's going to take us all. There's a lane for everybody. We got to just change the way we live, and it starts with ourselves. It starts with personal reflection, and it's not about me waiting for Superman to come save me. We got to save ourselves. We're the ones that we've been waiting for. And Grace Lee Boggs said that, and it's what we do every single day, and we got to keep it moving, because if it ain't for Meek, it's somebody else.